Welcome to Save Continue podcast, where every other week we get together and talk about video games and video game related stuff. As always, I'm Shanee Howard, and with me is Tommy Shelby
Hello, good evening.
and Ryan Robinson.
Hi, it's me. Welcome to my home.
So, guys, what have y'all been playing?
Uh, Nothing. Wait, no, I got one. I've been playing this very mediocre rhythm game on my phone called what's it called? Fuck, I don't even remember. It's Beat something. It's okay.
Hell yeah, beat something.
It's a decent mobile game for your phone, but it's got all the mobile game trappings of its own currency and you can only play so much unless you want to pay more.
Yeah.
Ad supported. If it wasn't for that, it'd be pretty great. But yeah, I've been playing that. I saw it on Instagram one day. And I was like, "Hey, rhythm game, downloaded it."
The ads that are on it, are they like the full 30-second ads?
Oh yeah, there's some long ads for sure. But but it's a bunch of licensed music. So surely there will be something you enjoy on there. Ryan, I just unlocked a Pink song. I know you liked Pink.
I like Pink. Oh, you're talking about BeatStar. I know that.
There
game.
you go. Yeah. I've been playing that one. That's really all I've been playing.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you've probably been reading more.
I have been reading more, but there's just nothing. There's nothing I want to be playing right now.
What about you, Ryan?
Well, I've actually been playing quite a few games. There's 3 that stick out though. So first of which is this month on the PlayStation Plus, we got Deep Rock Galactic as one of the monthly free games. For those of you who don't know, Deep Rock Galactic is a game where you play as one of 4 dwarves who go into various mines across an alien planet and gather resources, and then you come back with your resources and then you leave. So the 4 dwarves all have a different class. There's a gunner, who's is pretty self-explanatory. He's kind of like the heavy weapons guy of the group. He starts with a really cool minigun, and then you have the scout, and he can light up darker areas better than everyone else, and he has a grappling hook, which is pretty cool. You have the driller, who has 2 drills on his hands, and he can kind of tunnel through the different areas faster than everybody. And then you have the engineer, who is able to deploy turrets, and I think he's also able to. Oh, he has a grenade that's kind of a decoy that draws enemies away from him. So basically, all you're doing in this game is you're going through each of these caves, and you mine the resources that it tells you, and then you deposit them in your little robot, your mobile minecart robot named Molly, and then once you have all the resources, you push a button on Molly, and then they call an escape pod, and then it takes you back up.
All right.
It's a really fun game. I've been playing it with my wife, and we've been having a lot of fun with it. Problem is that the game has some connectivity issues, so I'm able to join her. She's able to join my session, but I can't join hers. It always says we always get a connection error every time. The game also allows you to join other people's games through a lobby, kind of like a lobby system, but there's connection issues with that. So a lot of the time, I'll find myself trying to join 5 different sessions before I actually get into one.
That's annoying.
Yeah, but those issues aside, the game is really fun. I'm enjoying, I enjoy the loop. It's it's very simple, but there's something about it that's just very cathartic for me. So I like it a lot.
You know what? What you made me think of, Ryan, that sometimes crosses my mind, but I always forget to bring it up on the show. There's never a reason to bring it up on the show. Is that how come consoles other than the Switch don't have ad hoc multiplayer?
I don't know.
They always did it for portables, right?
Yeah.
And the Switch still does it. Why not just throw that in there?
I don't know. And I think, there are multiple times where I think about how that would have been really useful.
Yeah.
and it's very strange because it's like it seems weird to like we're sitting right next to each other and
Right.
everything we're doing is bouncing off a server
Yeah,
100 miles
exactly.
away and then coming back to us. So
Exactly.
it's very weird.
Yeah. And like of all the faults, like all the bad things that Switch, all the things Switch does not so well.
Yeah,
Like that's one of those things that like
yeah,
the big two can't seem to get on with.
yeah. But also I'm also revisiting The Last of Us 2. I think I mentioned that last time. I'm just kind of trying to get that platinum. It seems really easy, and I kind of felt like doing it. And also, we've been playing this game. We got this game called Astroneer. Have y'all heard of that?
Sounds
No.
familiar.
I haven't.
So it's a neat little space game where you start off on a little planet, and then the whole thing that you're trying to do is like kind of build up a base and get like different like machines on your base, and then do some exploring, and and so
Ryan and his space games.
Yep. So it's smaller than every other space game I played. It takes place in one solar system of like 8 or 9 planets, and each planet has different resources on it. So you're gonna find yourself like after you get to the point where you're able to build a shuttle, then you can go to each of these planets and mine different resources and bring them back to your base. And I don't think the game has any real sort of like win state. I think it just goes on for as long as you want to play it. But I think like the end state that like I'm seeing in my head is just kind of like full automation of the base, because it does have different components that allow you to like automate different functions on the base. Like you might have a machine that takes ore and refines it, and then you have another machine that you have an arm that can like take the ore from that machine and put it in your storage for you instead of you manually doing it yourself. So that's like
And like everything like all feeds off of each other.
yeah. So
Like if you do enough of this, you can get that to do its own stuff.
yeah. So
Like
if you,
Kingdom for Keflings.
yeah. So like
Yeah.
you can kind
I
of
love that shit, man.
yeah. It's really cool like figuring out because the that mechanical arm that you use, it kind of like all purpose, right? It has like it has 2 points on either side. One is the point that it'll take from, and the other point is the point where it'll deposit to.
Yeah.
And so figuring out different ways to like utilize that has been really neat.
Yeah.
And there's not any like there's no like monsters or there's no enemies in the game really. I mean, you can die because there are plants that are like poisonous and you can take fall damage. And the whole thing about it is that like as you're exploring, you have to monitor how much oxygen you have. So you have to kind of set up systems to help make sure you like have a steady flow of oxygen as you're exploring, or you'll suffocate. But the game is really neat.
That tracks.
Yeah, the game is really neat. It has a few like points where like it's very obvious that like it was very much designed for a mouse and keyboard. But those kind of things aside, it's a really fun, like really chill out game, and that's about it. That's what I've been playing.
I forgot one that I did play. It was last week though. Is Mario and Luigi's Superstar Saga. I've been playing through that. It's great. Like it's old. I've played it before, but just revisiting it.
Is that GBA or DS?
It's GBA. It's like the first of the Mario. It's like the first Mario RPG after Mario RPG.
Right.
You know? Yeah. But, it's still fun as it ever was. I know they like remade it for Switch, I think. They remade it for something, maybe 3DS. I'm playing the original version. I like the visuals better. I feel like a lot of those games get like these remakes and just look worse. Like like Advance Wars, Yeah.
Like they did like they did these remakes of like I think like Final Fantasy like 3 or 4 or something like that. Like back like maybe like 10 years ago or so. And I was just like, I don't really like how these look, because like they kind of like they turn them into like polygonal characters, but like kind of still like maintain like the
Oh, you're talking about the DS ones, huh?
Yeah.
I liked those. Okay.
I like
like for sure, Advance Wars looked better before. You know,
So like,
ActRaiser looked better before. You know,
yeah, like I haven't seen that ActRaiser. Was it ActRaiser Resurrected or something like
I
that?
don't remember. Yeah,
But like, I don't like that. The same thing with that Ghouls and Ghosts or Ghosts and Goblins. I never get them
yeah.
straight.
Like you put in all this work to make it look bad. You know,
Yeah.
you could have just put out the same old thing.
Because the Ghouls and Ghosts ones are Ghosts. I can never get it straight. I can never remember if it's Ghouls and Ghosts or Ghosts and Goblins. But it looks like a Flash game almost.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah, it kind of does.
But anyway,
So I've been The Witcher season 2 came out, and I've never really played the Witcher games. I've never read the Witcher books, and I found season 2 a little bit disappointing because I was just like was wanting more out of it. So I started playing The Witcher 3, and I'm like level 12 or 13. So like I'm a little bit into the game, but not like
Hold
super
up.
far.
I remember,
Huh?
like, for the time it came out, it was like amazing, you know, and like, does it still look nice?
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
so I haven't really been playing any. Like I mean, I've been playing Halo, but I haven't really played like I bet with my since I got like the graphics card and like rebuilt my computer. I haven't really played anything that like looked really pretty. Like I haven't. Like I mean, I played a ton of games.
Yeah,
They're
those
they're
super
still
demanding Otomis, yeah.
yeah. Like I haven't played anything demanding. So I tried the ultra settings, and that crashed twice. So then I just put it to high instead of ultra.
Did smoke
Uh,
come out of your graphics card?
I I also like got stuck both times that I crashed. So I don't know if necessarily it's like how like if it was like demanding or whatever, um but yeah, I've been having actually like a really really good time.
Yeah.
Um I haven't played a Western RPG like this in so long. I'm trying to think of
Breath of the Wild was very Western RPG inspired, but even
yeah
that was a long time ago at this point.
yeah. I was like that's probably the latest like
Yeah,
one that I
even
played
that
that's
was
like
quite a while back.
I believe it's
yeah
already almost been 5 years since then.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So I haven't. So it's been really fun. I haven't really gotten into the. I mean, I've been playing Pokemon,
Oh, yeah.
and like that's an art like little action adventure RPG, but it's still not the same like The Witcher or Skyrim or Breath of the Wild
It's more
or
JRPG than
yeah.
Western, you know?
It's a you know Pocket
Yeah.
Monsters game, so like it's yeah, but honestly it's been like super fun. I haven't done it in forever, but I've been like when I've been going through like every area that I've been coming across and just like going around the map and ignoring the main quest like
Yeah.
I normally do, and it's been fun because like the area that I'm at now. Have you ever played Witcher 3?
No.
I have.
All right, so so I'm in the second area, Velen. I already got White Orchard all the way done. So Velen, there's like areas where the monsters are like level 6, and then there's like areas where the monsters are like level 23. And they're pretty close together. So I've been like going, and there's like little like question marks or the markers on the map. So I've been trying to go through and get all the question marks. So like I've been coming across a lot of like monster nests that I can't like defeat yet and things like that. And I just like quickly ride my horse away, and I'm like, all right, I gotta remember this later, what level it is. So when I
You're
get
not
that
gonna
level, I
remember.
come and kick their ass. Oh, I'm not gonna remember. I'm gonna have to stumble over it again. Uh, but it's been super fun. I've been finding like little fun, small things. I've a lot of times, especially when I was playing like RPGs and stuff more regularly, I would just like fast forward through a lot of the text. 'Cause I'm like, I just want to get to what the thing is supposed to be. But I've actually been like reading the books that I get, and you know, no, sorry, real quick, I just remembered. I played Divinity 2, and that's
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that. So yeah, Divinity 2 is the last one I played, but
But isn't that like much more pen and paper inspired?
yeah, it is.
Right?
It's essentially
Yeah.
D&D put into a game, but
Yeah.
but even on that, because I was playing with Berto, who's already played the game twice through. I didn't read or a lot of the stuff. I would just like talk to him, like, all right, so like what's going on in this area, or I would just kind of like skim through it because I didn't want to like hold him up because he's done all this before, and I didn't want him to get bored. And he's like, no, I want to like watch you enjoy it, but I'm like, yeah, but I feel the pressure. Like you're not doing it, but I'm doing it.
I get that though, man. I used to watch my brother-in-law play Skyrim, and like he's the kind of person who, when he's playing a game, has to look in like every fucking thing, and pick up every fucking thing, and it's just like so hard to watch an hour of that.
Yeah, like that's how I am. Like I hate having to like I hate hitting the wall of like resources or money to buy or do something.
Yeah.
So I picked up everything.
Yeah.
So I mean I don't do that for like absolutely everything with The Witcher because there's so many like plants out in the world as you're like writing by stuff. Like you just can't pick up everything.
Right.
But like I go through like when I go through like towns or areas with houses, I always like go through and loot everything. And it's just like I'm not gonna if I'm playing with somebody else, I'm not gonna make them like do all that. So it's been nice to like go at my own pace and read everything. I've been having a lot of fun. It's really fun seeing the difference with how like Henry Cavill Witcher versus like the video game Witcher. And how different and like it's nice it's fun seeing all the differences and like getting a new perspective on a character that like obviously people love. So doing that.
You should just play Soul Calibur,
Yeah, he's in that.
He's in Soul Calibur.
Yeah, you can just be him, and you could make him and 2B fight each other.
Like I said, I've also been playing Pokemon. I've been at the Elite Four for a while, but I just instead of like going and battling them, I've just been going through and exploring and trying to get certain Pokemon.
Do you have an underground base yet?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm
sorry. I didn't realize I was talking to a professional here.
Oh yeah. I'm avoiding doing the last big fight. So I'm just going in and enjoying everything that else the game has to offer. And it's been nice because I have a couple coworkers that are also like playing it or have beat it, and now like one of them, she just beat it a second time with using only steel type Pokemon, and then like her and one of her friends, they're like creating their own like legendaries and drawing them. So it's been like fun, like being a part of like a fandom in real life with like other people and like seeing fun stuff.
Hey, real quick, now that you're on Pokemon. So, Christmas passed not too long ago, and today in the mail, I had ordered my son this off of Etsy, but it just now came. I got him Pokemon cards.
Nice.
So,
did he get Shoe?
That's funny to me. Yeah.
Berto's birthday was on the 2nd of December.
Yeah.
And I bought him also from Etsy a Cubone LED light.
I don't know what that is.
Cubone, it's his favorite Pokemon, but it's like an LED lights. They're but it's just like it's like a wooden like cutout, but like it's like painted and stuff, and then outlining all of it is like an LED light. So it's like it looks really nice. I'll have to take a picture and send it to you guys. But so like that just came in like last week or a couple days ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, similar. And then I've also been watching a lot of Korean dramas. So I've been playing mobile games while doing that. So I've been playing a lot of crosswords and Phase 10 because I'm an old lady.
That's true.
Yeah, that tracks.
But yeah, that's all. I've been playing some other stuff too, but just a little bit of it. So that's mainly what I've been playing. But I had some topics though for this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you get these topics?
Yeah, tell us how you came up with these because these are really interesting. Tell us how that came about.
Oh, these are ideas.
Don't say that. You just made
Yeah,
it bad.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, if y'all want to put me on blast, I'm gonna make y'all feel. I'm gonna be cringy.
yeah,
Sure.
you spoiled it.
Yeah. I got off work and I got high, and then I came up with ideas.
Okay.
I got
So
high.
the first one, my high. Uh, one of these is like based off something I saw on Reddit, but I was thinking if you could have one either like power or stat bar from a video game, what would you want it to be? And so what made me think of it is I saw like a meme, and it was the Fallout one where you can choose how long you're gonna sleep.
Oh yeah. I mean, you can kind of already do that with an alarm clock, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I set 7 alarms for myself today, and I did
Same.
not wake up.
Oh,
Yeah.
but I do set a lot of alarms.
I have to set a lot of alarms. I was
So does it have to be a meter?
Oh no,
or
I'm saying like either a power or stat bar or like meter or like I guess a feature of a game. If you could have one thing from a video game that you could add to your life.
Okay.
I had an idea last night, but due to
What is
drugs,
it?
I forgot.
Oh. I think Blink would be pretty cool.
Blink?
Like, yeah, from like Dishonored, you know.
I just feel like you would just use it from like, because like it doesn't work for like long distances, so it just be like you.
No, it works. It works as far as you can, like relatively far once you upgrade it all the way. You know, like don't get me wrong, I'm not going to be blinking to work or anything.
I just picture you like going from like your room to the kitchen.
Which, like, yes, obviously that would be a thing, but you know, it just seems convenient and cool. Like I could be like Nightcrawler in X2 Mutants United.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah. You gotta get in the White House first, though.
Yeah. I mean, if we're talking to power, that's one of the cooler ones from a game that I could think of.
It's funny because like I was like super mundane about it. I was like, I want fast travel. That's what I want.
Fast travel's cool, but you know,
yeah.
Like as far as a meter, like it'd have to be like fucking V trigger or something, you know, something cool.
Yeah.
I think I would just want like if we're doing like
I want X Factor.
I would just want like a status. Like I want to know when I'm sick and what it is.
Nah. Modern medicine
I mean, like
can do that
if it's
for
like
me.
Yeah, but you gotta pay
like,
for that. You gotta pay for that, Tom.
Link me to the couch.
Yeah, but you gotta pay. Like modern medicine can do it. But you gotta pay like a bunch of money.
But
with
also,
Blink, I could go on the road and make some money and pay for all my bills.
Well, because what I'm thinking is like because doctors are also like just guessing and have to test and do all this stuff, and like sometimes like they don't know what it is. Like if I got like a fatal disease, I want to know immediately. So
sure. I agree. Sometimes they don't know what it is, but like you know, all the times I can't blink. So you know.
I know what you mean, but that sentence sounds really funny. If we're gonna do, but for superpowers, oh man, I don't know. You know what? I think I would just want to eat an apple, and whatever is like ailing me just gets cured. That's what I want. I just want to eat like one.
Well,
I guess like games where
I guess in Final Fight
whatever status goes away.
In Final Fight when you eat the apple, like your bruises are healed.
That's sure.
Yeah, but I feel like that's more the ability to eat stuff off the ground.
You have that already.
Yeah, or like to be able to like do strenuous physical activity with a full stomach like that, because sometimes they eat a whole ass chicken in one gulp. And
what about this?
You know
what about like
I want to be able to type. I want to be able to type the word rosebud and money just appears in my account.
Oh sure. Yeah. What about you know how like in BioWare games and even like Telltale games now where like you're having some horrible conversation and it gives you options to pick from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that would be nice.
Yeah.
You know,
It would
in
be
the
nice
same
to have
vein,
like
in-
pick
in-
one of these three things. I'm like, okay, that'd be easy. That'd make a
in the
lot
same-
of situations way easier.
in the same vein, I like having that like how many people picked this option, or what would have happened in the other option.
Yeah, I'd like to be able to save scum my way through life.
Yes, that's what. Yes, 100%. That's what I want.
Like, I think that like, because there are those times where I can't pick between two options, or sometimes I really want to say something to somebody that I know that I shouldn't, and I know that it'll make life harder for me if I do. But I want the satisfaction of being able to say the thing and see the reaction, and then go back to before I said it.
Sure.
You know.
Oh man, I'd say some things to some people.
But I'd make sure that I turned autosave off because I don't want to accidentally put myself in a bad situation.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, if we can save scum, then obviously we're not picking the autosave
What?
feature.
Yeah, no, you want that F10.
Oh yeah, my wife says I can't save scum her. But I mean, she won't know if I do it, so.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
just lie to her right now.
Yeah.
She won't know.
Ryan, did you pick one?
Well, I said fast travel, but also I was thinking about I would love to have Cole McGrath's powers.
Like the full suite?
Yeah, just all of them. Except I want to be able to sit in vehicles.
Okay.
Because he can't do that. Because if he sits in cars, they blow up. But
you can ride bikes.
That's true, and I could surf on power lines, so that would be cool. But then that's very conspicuous though, because you see the guy surfing on the power lines, and then they're gonna have the government knocking on my door, looking for me, trying to do experiments on me and whatnot. Worth it.
Yeah.
I could fight my way out of that. Or I'd want to be prototype.
Like with the claws?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd want to be prototype.
Or do you want the powers, or do you just want the jacket?
He had that jacket already. Ryan already had that jacket.
Yeah, so like I'm halfway there already. I'm
mixing up prototype and Infamous in my mind.
They
did come out about the same time.
But to be fair, they both had jackets. But like, if I have the jacket, like I need the powers to be able to justify the jacket, because you can't just wear the jacket without the powers, because then, it's laughable, right? But if you have the powers to go with the jacket, like I could turn my fingers into knives or scythes, or I could shapeshift. Come on. So.
Oh, dude, that's the good one, Shang Tsung.
Yeah, but I feel like
shapeshift, take people's souls. That'd be nice.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing with the souls though. What's he doing with the souls? Like, I wouldn't know what to do with the soul if I got it.
I remember part 3 had that soul chamber.
You could probably sell it someday.
I'm not sure what it was for, though.
I mean, it probably made a pretty good. Probably made like a lava lamp, maybe. Well, because like with Shang Tsung, I feel like his shapeshifting is.
You can start a lava lamp business.
I feel
That's
like
how you can use
with people's souls, it's like, hey, your wife is gone, unfortunately. However, I happen to catch her soul in this nice little lava lamp for you. Yeah, it looks like it sucks in there, but you'll never be apart. But I feel like
this is a Black Mirror episode for sure.
Well, like I feel like with Shang Tsung, his shapeshifting, I don't know why, but I always got the idea that his shapeshifting was like kind of like holding your breath, and so I felt like he wouldn't be able to do it for that long.
Oh, because he could only do it for so long.
Yeah. So.
All right, so I'm taking Ryan's idea, but I'm choosing Save Scum. What are you choosing for your number one?
Oh, Blink.
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Ryan?
Ooh.
Oh, that's a cute face.
I want to be able to do Hadoukens.
Okay.
That would be cool. I would do a lot of Hadoukens.
Yeah, that'd be good, actually.
You'd get abducted and experimented on by the government real quick. But
Tom, how mad would you be if I came over to your house and I rang the doorbell and you were like, "Come in," and I Hadoukened the door open?
Not too bad, because like from what we've seen in the Street Fighter games, it seems less like a fireball and more like an optic blast.
Yeah,
like it just kind of splashes off people.
The force push.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I mean, you'd probably force him. You'd probably make him like
Unless you do the red one
replace
from
it.
Street Fighter 2,
yeah,
then their body lights on fire.
I'm gonna do the red one.
Yeah.
Wow.
So next idea was
God damn it.
That was fun. That was real fun.
yeah, y'all made this happen. I was gonna avoid it, but yeah. Is I was thinking about like what video games a superhero would like to be in, but essentially like the example I gave, and this is like the first one popped in mind, is like Superman would love to be in Harvest Moon. You just farm, hang out with your neighbors.
He does
There's
like
no
farming.
there's no crime. Like it's like it's lovely. It's nice.
Wait, so it's like where they would like to be, or where we would find them to be most useful?
It could be like I kind of expand it to like that too. I mean I think I phrased it as what we would like to see them in.
Yeah.
And I guess like I just want to see like heroes just have a good life. They've been doing the most.
Oh.
They've been saving a whole bunch of people, and I just want to see them like go to an area where they can just like live a good life and enjoy it.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could just do it when anything more useful. I mean, there's plenty of like if you put Superman in a lot of video games, he would just destroy and kill everybody. If you wanted to have them like be the most powerful,
he would be very useful in every game.
yeah, like or at least most of them. Yeah.
But he would like farming though.
Yeah, he would enjoy that.
Yeah, like I would just want him to like have a nice, good life where he doesn't have to do anything anymore. He can just be good. I was also. Then I thought about Batman being in the first Pokemon games because there's no parents for most of the people.
That's not funny. That's not funny.
No, your mom. You always got your mom in those games.
Yeah.
Well, you do, but nobody else got parents. I mean, there are some. But
so,
yeah,
like, it's like some twisted role reversal to him where he's got parents and no one else does.
I guess like it's kind of so I think I did phrase it like, what would you like to see them in? I was trying to think of what superhero. I guess we can also expand it to villains if we want. We can just do comic book characters.
Cool.
What would enjoy themselves in Persona, or specifically Persona 5 is what I was thinking about. Because when I was inebriated, I was thinking Dead Man would be good. But I was like, no, Dead Man doesn't do anything with like cognitive stuff. I don't know why that.
Boston Brand. Dead Man does everything, all right.
But yeah. Scribblenauts for Greenland specifically Kyle the.
Why Kyle?
Because he's an artist and he likes like drawing and all this stuff. Is like stuff. So I figured he'd enjoy Scribblenauts where he can just like
there's like Hal Jordan Green Lantern in one of those games.
Oh, in one of the Scribblenauts games? Oh,
yeah,
nice.
There's like a DC Scribblenauts game.
Oh yeah, you're right. There is. I do remember seeing it.
Scribblenauts the game where like is that? Am I messing this up? Is that the game where you draw something and it comes to life?
Original Scribblenauts, you type something, and it populates. And however they came up with this, it's fucking genius because you can type the most random fucking thing.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10.
Actually, I'm thinking of the drawing one because before Scribblenauts there was the drawing one with the same company where you did draw like you drew like the you would come and there would be like platforms and like you could jump on clouds but you had to draw the cloud itself.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I know the original Scribblenauts you type in what you want and it populates.
You're right.
And you could be extremely specific, man. You could be like dinosaur, and a dinosaur will show up, right? Or you could be like brontosaurus, and a brontosaurus will show up. Or you could be like pink striped brontosaurus, and that'll populate. Like you can get very specific.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Kyle would probably enjoy that too, even if he doesn't have to draw it, or like create it. Like, yeah, it's like already there.
There's not enough 9 Inch Nails in that game for him.
But yeah, I know it's a very open-ended topic. I didn't know if y'all had any ideas.
I think that the Human Torch would really like to be an Overcooked. Because that seems like it'd be pretty easy for him. Also, like when I first read your message about this, I'm like, for some reason, my brain immediately went to like Elongated Man or like Mr. Fantastic in a fishing game.
Oh yeah,
where they just stretch down there and grab the fish.
Hey, these skills are helpful, and if you want to see it, and like I said, what would you want to see? So, like, if you want to see it, that's fine.
Yeah. Also, like those characters would be great in like NBA 2K.
Sure.
You know,
like from like way downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Lex Luthor would be great in Animal Crossing.
Oh yeah.
As Tom Nook.
No, he would no. Tom Nook exists, but Lex Luthor, he got rid of him because Lex Luthor is a more savvy businessman, right?
Yeah. What about the twins?
Oh, the twins. I mean, they can either work for him, or they're
gone.
Or
he totally just like replaced them with Mercy, and he'd be done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're cut.
Deadpool would love to be in a Duke Nukem game.
Oh God, yeah.
He'd have a lovely time.
That would be the worst Duke Nukem game.
It would, but he would have so much
and
fun.
Also the worst Deadpool game simultaneously.
But because Tom and I have also talked about how easy The Last of Us would be if you could just be Batman.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Yeah, like especially considering like that game has a fair amount of stealth sections, and Batman loves that shit. And so he would just be like jumping through rafters and like doing the thing where he'd do a little dip down and scoop him up. So
Batman would probably like also fit right in the Dishonored world.
True.
Yeah, for sure.
At least the first one.
That actually does sound like a pretty cool Batman game.
I was trying to think of a good like
about
Wonder
like
Woman game.
the Flash and Mario Kart. You know.
Yeah,
he'd
or
win. No problem. Yeah, or any Sonic game. There you go.
Yeah, Sonic Racing.
I feel like Wally would probably enjoy it more than Barry.
You got me excited for that Wonder Woman game that's coming out, even though we don't know shit about it. Wonder Woman would be great in like Phoenix Wright.
Oh yeah,
you know,
She-Hulk would also be great.
I say she.
Lasso of Truth.
Yeah, it's like, were you there? Case closed.
She'd also probably.
Yeah. Did you do it?
She'd also probably kick ass in the Witcher world.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I was thinking. I was trying to think of somewhere to put Darkseid, because I want him.
Darkseid.
Oh, I'm sorry, Darkseid. My bad. I want somewhere for him. Let's see.
Oh no, that's hard.
What's a space game where you take over all the planets?
Space game. I don't know that I've ever played one, but
like taking over planets is really more of a Brainiac thing, you know? Like
yeah.
Darkseid's hard. That's a hard one.
Put
there has to be
while we're working on it, put Lobo and Road Rash.
Oh my god.
I'm just thinking Ghost Rider and Crazy Taxi now.
That would be sweet. the most terrifying taxi ever. And and I don't know why, but like, because I don't think Ghost Rider would do this, but like, I just imagine like him just like screaming the whole time. And, like,
Galactus and Fruit Ninja.
Oh god.
But the fruits would all be planets. Yeah, because he's so big. Put Silver Surfer in something. I don't know. Never mind. I don't like Silver Surfer very much.
Remember when Spider-Man was in Tony Hawk?
Yeah, and he could. Wasn't he able to catch his web with his? Catch the board
with his web.
Yeah.
I think Wolverine was in one of those as well.
Yeah, I think that.
Yeah.
I think they were actually in the same game, maybe. But Darth Maul was also there.
That's true.
Yeah. You should I don't know. I think
Uh,
I think I had my good one.
Jon Stewart in Gears of War.
Why Jon Stewart?
Yeah, why specifically him?
Just because like I feel like he would, from what I know of Gears of War, like it's a tight knit group,
Sure.
Yeah.
and like he's always like with the corpse and stuff. So like, and he seems to like really enjoy the camaraderie. I don't know. It was just like the most similar. It was just it was a bad idea.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, you mean
What was the Call of Duty in Vietnam called?
fuck?
Was that World at War?
Well, that one was in Japan.
Okay. Which one was in Vietnam?
Was
Oh,
there?
you
There
were
was
in
one
the
in
wrong
Nam,
world.
right? Or was there not a Nam one?
Let's find out. Hold on. Call of Duty in Vietnam.
Oh, there's like Nam 1976 and Viet Cong. Like, there's a lot of Nam games. I feel like you could slap Frank Castle in any of those.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
You know.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Actually, put Frank Castle in Gears of War. He'll take care of it.
Contra.
Yeah, or Contra.
Damian Wayne and Ninja Gaiden.
Oh god, that dumb motherfucker.
He loves to murder. It'd be perfect.
That's true.
Is Damian Wayne a good son or a bad son?
Bad.
Both. Sometimes good.
Well, I guess
Is Bruce Wayne a
it
good
depends.
father or a bad father?
Both.
Both. Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't find a Call of Duty in Vietnam. Wait, no, Black Ops was in Vietnam.
There you go.
Yeah. So,
Black Ops?
apparently, I mean, I've typed Call of Duty Vietnam and Black Ops came up. So
Well,
It's
either
probably
way,
like-
it doesn't matter. There's a billion Vietnam games.
yeah,
Frank Castle would do good.
put him in one of them or all of them.
Yeah.
What about Daredevil? Or would he fit in good?
I mean, we've talked. I feel like everybody's talked about Daredevil getting like the Arkham treatment, and like obviously that would work well. But like,
wait, I'm talking about
what would
existing
be
games.
fun? I don't really know.
I mean,
yeah.
there has
to be plenty of games where.
I mean, I feel like Daredevil would be good in fucking Overcooked as well. Like he became a cook, and apparently he was a pretty good one. Or Phoenix Wright.
I was about to
right?
say, like put him in
he was
Phoenix
a
Wright
lawyer.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's getting everybody.
Put Iron Fist in Fight Night.
Or River City Ransom.
I like the idea of putting characters who would be hilariously overpowered for the game that they're in or hilariously underpowered. Like I remember Tom and I talked about Injustice one time and the guy who holds Scarface being a playable character. But like it's just him and then in the character select screen they always punch each other when you select the characters.
They do. Like really hard too.
Yeah. And then like I just imagine like you pick him and then the other character punches him and then the fight's already over.
And that's funny.
What about like Booster Gold in like any of these more recent time loop games?
Oh yeah, he's like, I already know what happens.
Yeah.
I'm a janitor, but I'm not gonna touch it. I forgot about
Booster Gold and Death Loop. He'd have the jet. What is it? Jet boots? Does he have jet boots? Something like that.
Yeah.
So he'd have that.
Who would have a fun time in Minecraft?
Oh,
In the Minecraft
God.
world.
I don't know. That's hard.
Spawn.
That's a hard one.
Put Spawn in Minecraft.
Yeah, Minecraft's difficult.
Yeah, because it's
Dr.
just.
Fate?
Huh?
Because the angle is like who would have fun kind of creating the world? Because like I mean that's what I think of when I think of
If it's who
Minecraft.
would
Is like
have
creating.
fun creating the world, it'd be like either Dr. Manhattan or like fucking Hal
yeah.
Jordan.
Yeah, put
Or, like,
put Dr. Manhattan's naked blue ass in Minecraft.
All right, done, set.
But he'd kind of make
Where
that.
would
he'd make it a
Rorschach
bummer
wanna
though.
be?
Oh,
Rorschach? Oh god, that's a hard one.
Where would we want to see him?
I feel like he'd fit in with like Rockstar's The Warriors or like any of those modern any of like those 3D beat 'em up games, you know?
Yeah.
Like he'd do. I mean, that's what they put him in, right? When they made that shitty Watchmen game, it was a brawler.
Yeah, him and Night Owl were hanging out. Yeah, I put him in the put him in Manhunt. He'd like that.
Here's one that's like totally overpowered, which is good because it's what our comic book club is this week. Mr. Miracle for like keep talking and no one explodes. Like no problem, he'd be out of there.
Yeah. You know what? Put no, that's stupid. Never mind. I would put Nightcrawler in 2K, and he could just teleport to the hoop.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's no rules in basketball that you can't teleport.
I mean, they would make them after he showed up, for sure.
Yeah,
but they're not there yet. That's funny. That's good. That's really good.
Yeah. Okay. Next one.
All right. Last idea was just is a more like common one, but what are you excited about in the next year? That's coming out in the next year, or what do you hope to see in the next year, or what do you think you're going to see the next year? Because it's our first episode that we've recorded since the New Year's.
Yeah, I'm like cautiously excited about PSVR 2, and like I know we didn't get much information on it, but I do think it'll come out this year. I think it's really stupid of them if it doesn't.
Yeah.
You need to put it out early in the PS5's life cycle, you know?
Yeah.
And like if it comes out in the holiday season, that's already that thing's third holiday season, you know?
Yeah.
But like other than I forget which model of Vive it is, but like the most expensive HTC Vive is the only headset on the market currently that has a higher resolution than that one has been announced here, you know?
Right.
So like at least visually it should beat out Oculus, the original PSVR, you know, all that shit. It's inside out tracking, much like the Oculus 2 is.
That was a big one for me.
And
also like I'm more excited about it because when I think about it with like how instead of repurposing existing tech to interface with this thing, they're building the controllers are specifically built for this.
Yeah,
for this new headset.
There's things about it that like I don't much care for, but I haven't tried it yet. Right,
yeah,
like
right.
The haptics in the headset. I don't want it vibrating on my head.
That's what I said. I was like, I don't want this thing rattling my skull.
Yeah. Well, I haven't tried it yet.
What if it be like actually pretty like
honestly, VR. Like I don't know if I'll get one.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not that into VR, but like I'm into the idea of VR and the progress of VR.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
As far as games, like Wonder Woman probably won't be this year, so that sucks. But like, fucking Shredder's Revenge will be this year. I'm super psyched for that.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one.
Yeah. Also, Bayonetta. I'd love to hear more about Bayonetta 3.
So what's the deal?
We got that trailer.
What's the deal with Bayonetta 3?
I don't know. I mean, Platinum has worked on a lot of games. Not a lot, but they've worked on stuff in between, right? Like Astral Chain and all that. But like, I want that game.
Yeah.
It's the Switch game I'm most excited for. Like more than Metroid Prime, more than Breath of the Wild 2. I want Bayonetta 3.
Didn't Bayonetta 2 was like 2014, right?
I don't know. I'm not positive.
But it was a while ago.
But yeah, it was a while ago. But Bayonetta 3.
Yeah.
Like, I hope they change it. Like, I hope it's more significant of a change than 2 was, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited for firstly, I'm excited for Sifu.
Really?
That game looks really cool. I'm excited.
Those are the same people that made Absolver, right?
Yeah. So I'm really excited to play that game. Like every time I see that game, I'm just like I get more hype for it. So
I know it's not, but it reminds me of Stranglehold, just with like the environmental crap.
I could see that. I could definitely see that.
Like obviously it's very different, you know,
Sure.
but
Also, if someone announced a Stranglehold remaster, I would be very excited. But um, let's see, Tiny Tina's coming out in March. New Borderlands game that's coming out in March, so I'm really excited about that.
What's that? What's the timeline? Or when's that supposed to be in like the timeline of it?
Well, it's like so in Borderlands, Tiny Tina plays this like Dungeons and Dragons style game called Bunkers and Badasses, and this is just like basically a Bunkers and Badasses campaign that is a game, so it's not like canon per se.
Yeah.
But it's
as far as like adding to a universe, like
yeah,
I like that.
But this is gonna like it's gonna have two things that I can think of that the series has never had before, which is one, character creation, and two, it's also going to have magic in like the kind of more traditional sense, like outside of like the action skills of like the previous games, like more like spells and things like that. So I'm looking forward to seeing like how they handle that. And
this is coming out in March.
I believe it's March. Yeah.
Wow.
It's March.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that, and also whenever
March 25th to be exact.
Whenever Saints Row comes out.
Yeah, I just surprised because I would assume like March is so soon. I figured we would have seen all that by now. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, Saints Row. I'm really excited for that.
Me too, honestly.
Yeah, I've been excited, and like I remember when they first showed like what that game was going to look like, specifically where the characters were concerned.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot of groaning about like how the characters looked and how like they look like they're Gen Z, whatever that means. But like I mean, I think that like.
Yeah, because Johnny and Shanee were so fucking cool, right?
And I have never fucking understood the enthusiasm around Johnny Gat. I think he's like the lamest character, but
I don't think he's just super generic. Like,
yeah,
who cares?
I just and,
that's what you're into. I don't know.
And I also think that like, especially when you talk about the first, actually really like when you talk about like the first 3 Saints Row games, they all kind of like lend themselves to like a very specific sort of aesthetic, and I think that like 4 broke away from that a little bit, but like I think that
in that first trailer, right, and then everyone bitched, so the second trailer had a bunch of purple.
Yeah, so like I think that like especially if we're talking about like bringing a new Saints Row, like what, because like I couldn't imagine what that was, right? And I think like if you're gonna be basically rebooting the franchise, then you're gonna have like a huge departure from like what those previous games were. So either way,
but they've all been so different,
Yeah.
And like what excites me about this one, because you and I have talked about our problems with the 4th game.
Yeah.
And what excites me about this one is it still seems goofy, but like I don't have fucking superpowers.
Yeah. And like there are parts of Saints Row 4 that that I enjoyed. Like the superpowers were at a time like they at some points they were kind of cool, but most of the time I felt like it was too much for me, and I had trouble using them. And then as weird as it sounds, like in a game where you can like fly and jump super high, like the idea of like trivializing cars is just like very weird to me.
Yeah. They were there, but there's no reason ever to enter them. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I'm excited for this game. I've been a fan of Saints Row since like the first game, and so I'm really looking forward to it.
So the one that's like upcoming the soonest is I'm excited for Pokemon Legends Arceus, and then also side note, I just looked it up. The game that Fifth Cell made before Scribblenauts sells thingy is Drawn to Life.
Oh yeah, I never played that one, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I love Drawn to Life, so I was super excited whenever Scribblenauts came out. But then I just played the first one. That's it. But I'm also, they don't have dates for these, but they're supposed to come out this next year. God of War Ragnarok and Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy. I don't know if either will come out this year, but supposedly.
Yeah.
And then I know that the Final Fantasy one that was on the Famicom, the remake of that, Stranger of Paradise, is supposed to come out this year as well. I think in the next couple months. And I've been looking at that. And
I know they've canceled a bunch of CPT events, but dude, they've got to announce Street Fighter 6, right? Like that's got to happen this year. Has to.
I mean, yeah. I mean, no, I heard some. God, I heard something about like some like rumblings of like some other like possible Capcom announcement, but like I don't know. I just feel like I would be very perplexed if there wasn't a Street Fighter 6 announcement at this point.
Yeah.
But you know, video game companies tend to perplex me all the time, so you know, we'll see. I would like that though.
yeah. As far as like predictions this year, I don't really have any besides like I doubt that we'll see the Harry Potter or God of War game this year. It's probably my guess would be early next year.
Yeah.
But
I think you're getting those games, Shanee. You're getting those games. You want them? They're coming.
They're coming.
All right.
Shanae. You're gonna.
It's the reason I'd buy a PS5. So I'm hoping by holiday season, this upcoming of 2022, that the consoles are having less of a scarcity issue and more easily available.
You know, they're back to making. They're making more PS4s now. So
more PS4s.
Yeah. So I don't know
why.
Because the PS5s are so hard to get. So they're like, well, we need to sell some hardware. So like, let's get some PS4s out there. So.
Well, that's nothing new though, right? Like PS2 was sold well into PS4's life cycle.
Hell
even,
yeah,
you know.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
PS2.
So.
But I mean, we'll see. I think that a lot of the estimates that I've heard are looking like by the end of this year, these things should be evening out. So,
I'm hoping because
as somebody who works in the semiconductor industry, I don't think that'll be the case.
Yeah,
but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
I know what you mean, but it sounds like you're just saying that you're a train conductor.
Yes.
Yeah. So completely off topic, but I wanted to bring it up in the beginning of the show, but I forgot, and I just remembered. So when I was Christmas shopping, I keep meaning the Crossroads Mall. I went there. It's still such a weird place, but they have like a new retro video game store there, and they have like a really nice collection. And I was there, and I was looking at the and I found like all the old UMBs. They have like a collection of like the old movies.
Yeah.
And I was so close to buying a PSP.
To watch UMBs?
to watch movies on?
No, well, like I just like I was looking at the movies and I was like, you know, they had a good selection. And then I saw Dissidia, Final Fantasy Dissidia, and I was like, oh man, I never finished that. I should get a PSP, and it's still like on my mind where I keep like thinking about possibly buying one.
Have you played Dissidia Nt, the newer one?
No.
Dude, PSP is awesome. I love PSP so much. You got PS1 games on there.
Yeah.
It's Switch before Switch because you can hook that bitch up to your TV just like a Sega Nomad.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like
the PSP was where I played Valkyrie Profile for the first time.
Third Birthday was really good.
I never got to play that, but yeah, they had Pursuit Force on there.
Dude, Patchwork Heroes.
Yeah.
Fucking Final Fantasy Tactics, War of the Lions.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah.
Man, and like it sucks because the only people that really like when I worked at GameStop that would come in and buy like PSP stuff was just truck drivers.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it makes 100% sense because like movies and games, and then like and then they would have the TVs in the cab and they would hook it up to the TV. Uh,
The two Prinny platformers on PSP, which I think are now on Switch, but like those are two of my favorite 2D platformers ever made.
nice.
I saw you playing the Can I Really Be the Hero one.
Yeah, it's the first one.
Yeah, and it gives you like 9,999 lives or something
Yeah,
like
you get.
that.
I don't remember exactly how many it is, but like it's enough. It's more than enough to get through the game. Like it's
Yeah,
a hard game, but it ain't that hard.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
sorry. I know completely off topic, but I was
no, I'll talk about PSP all day.
Yeah.
I love that thing.
Yeah.
So one like it's not my prediction. It's heavily been rumored for like the past several months that I really hope is true. Is all these Konami rumors about Silent Hill and Metal Gear? What was the other one? There's another one they're talking about as well. Castlevania, right? Like those are the big three that are heavily rumored, and like yeah, anything with those, I'll be so happy for.
Yeah.
honestly, I'm surprised that a new like with the people loving the Castlevania like Netflix series, there wasn't like a game coming out around that time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still waiting for. I mean, you say that,
I mean,
but they got Dragon's Dogma on there. I'm still waiting for my Dragon's Dogma 2 over here. So, like, what's happening?
yeah, but the Dragon's Dogma was not as popular as the Castlevania one.
No.
Okay. 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 I mean, that's true.
Yeah. Oh, dude, fucking Team Eco like seems to have. No, it's not Team Eco anymore. It's like Gen Design or whatever. They've been teasing something for the Eco anniversary, so like a remake would be cool. And then Fumito Ueda has been teasing for years now, like basically since the last Guardian shipped his Beauty and the Beast game, and I'd like to see something from that.
Sure.
See them making a Beauty and the Beast game like really interesting. I'm down for that.
Yeah.
It's not going to be what you think it is.
Yeah. Yeah. You're not gonna.
You know?
They're not gonna be. They're gonna ask you to be their guest, Shanae, not them.
Yeah, it's like it's going to be very, very much like all the other games he's made, I'm sure. But
That's what I'm thinking of. Like I'm thinking of like that story with like what I know of their games.
yeah.
Because I was thinking it would be really interesting.
Oh, also like Derek Yu, fucking Splunky dude, like UFO 50. Been waiting on that for what seems like for fucking 3 years. Like, where is that game? UFO 50, man.
Well, I definitely don't think that's gonna happen this year.
I think it is. It was supposed to happen like 2 years ago.
Well, I mean, if you're right, I will be very happy for you, because that sounds. Man, I don't remember the last time I heard. I think the last time I heard that mentioned, you're the one who brought it up.
See, and I've heard it mentioned just because I follow him, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, because like the last, let's see, I think so. In my cursory search, the most recent mentions I've seen of UFO 50 are like mid 2019.
yeah,
So, we'll see.
I think like my biggest thing with that game, I think the only reason it's taking so long is because it's like maybe one of the biggest collaborations we've seen in the indie scene, right?
Yeah.
Like it's a bunch of people making games for it.
Yeah. So, but hopefully it happens soon, because I'd like to see it, and I'd like for you to be happy. That's what's most important to me. So,
Nice.
do you understand?
But I know we talked about a lot of different things this show today. But do y'all have any closing thoughts?
My closing thought is that if someone ever offers you the ability to blink,
Sure.
you should take it.
Yeah.
No, I'm still over here thinking about scum saving and like what I do. I'm like I've been having to try to focus.
I don't know. I feel like I've annoyed so many people in my life that I don't want anyone that I've annoyed to have save scumming, because I feel like they would get back at me. So I don't want that to happen to me.
But yeah, also Someone give me a PS5 and Hogwarts Legacy come out, please and thank you.
Sure.
Sure.
That'll happen.
I mean, someone will give you a PS5 after you pay for it.
That's the part I don't like. That second part.
Yeah.
I just want the thing.
Like I happen to see, like, this is something that I haven't seen since the PS3 came out, but I happen to see this channel where all this guy does is break hardware, and he got himself a brand new PS5 just so he could show us how difficult or easy it would be to break the PS5 and controllers.
Well, you care about the durability of these things.
Sure. I mean, I want to know how hard I can throw that thing into the ground, baby.
Yeah.
But I did.
All those guys, all those rage videos that you like to watch, those guys need to know.
I do.
They need to know. How hard can they slam their PlayStation?
I don't like Tom doesn't understand how I like these videos so much, and I can't really explain to him like why I like watching people be angry on Twitch so much. But there's something about watching someone get mad at their computer game and then them slamming the keyboard on the ground or on their desk, and then the keys popping up out of the keyboard.
I mean, look,
perfection.
Clearly, like, I don't think you're weird for liking it.
Yeah.
Clearly, many people like that shit.
Yeah.
It's just not for me.
Sure. It's like it's cathartic because like
it's got to be like half of Low Tier God subscribers.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only reason
people
I
that
watch
like
him.
Yeah, people that like watching that shit.
Because like the last time I quit GameStop, I kicked over a gondola with a bunch of games on it because I'd always wanted to do it because there's so many small frustrations that you have felt, but then you're a reasonable person, so you don't damage your shit. But there's times where I'm just like, I can't get past an area, and I just want to fucking take my keyboard and throw it on the ground. But I don't, because I'm poor, and I don't have the money to replace it.
Wait. So
and
if you had a disposable income,
well, it's also just not reasonable. Like I was making the joke, but it's also just it's an overreaction. It's not a reasonable thing to do, and I would feel silly afterwards. But it's still
I threw controllers when I was a kid. When I was a little boy, I'd throw my controller. But like I've gotten to the point now where it's like if I'm that pissed at a game, I am no longer having fun with that game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like because you mature and you learn to handle your emotions like a regular person. But like, yeah, so like you don't do it for that reasons. But I get it. There's a catharsis in like seeing them do it. It's so fun. I see the fun in it.
Yeah.
Could you imagine what Shanee blowing a gasket would look like if she weren't worried about the monetary cost?
Sure.
Oh man, I
just imagine you tipping that shelf over.
Oh man. Oh, I would love if I could like Looney Tunes just shove it over where it would just like tilt like that. I would love to do that.
Sure.
But I like all the things on it, so I'm not going to. But oh man, if I had like a copy of this,
sure,
I would totally do it.
Or if you could save Scum.
If I could save Scum, I would totally do it.
Yeah.
Or if you could blink out of there so no one would know it was you.
Yeah, but my stuff would still be broken. You see. That's the problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Yeah, so yet again, closing thought, I wish I could save Scum my life. But
that's true.
But if you like listening to us and want to know where we're at, we're on like Spotify, iTunes, the YouTubes, Google, Podomatic, Stitcher. We have a Discord if you want to join it. And
it's not very active these days.
Yeah, but you can make it active. Bye, guys.
Bye.
I know it.